That's quite a situation here. I don't speak Kazakh language, I speak Russian language because Kazakhstan was a part of Soviet Union. Now it's changing. In Kazakhstan, a lot of people speaking Kazakh language more and more. But in my city, I was actually going for the Russian speaking school and my family.
Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm Sky. Today I'm going to talk with a Kazakhstan living in Vietnam. If you're new here, welcome. If you'd like to see more interviews of locals and foreigners in Vietnam, hit the subscribe button. And until then, let's get started. Hello, thank you so much for being here. Can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Lalita. I'm from Kazakhstan, Almaty, and I recently moved to Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam.
How long have you been here for?
It's only 6 months. I'm quite newbie. I've been here before, traveling, and now permanently, I'm 6 months here.
What do you do here? What's your job?
I'm doing my small jewelry business with silver jewelry with natural stones. If you can see, there is some on me right now, all made by myself. So I'm doing this. Thank you.
So you make it all by hand, your jewelry?
Yeah, I'm designing them and there is a person who made them because all of my tools are back in Kazakhstan. I'm not ready for buying new one yet.
May I ask, because I've never been to Kazakhstan,
Yeah.
what's Kazakhstan like? What's it like living there?
It was very nice. We have quite a different climate there. Here is tropical, there is continental. We have a very cold winter and a very hot summer. And I live in Almaty. We have a very beautiful mountains and actually my home are very near to the mountains, 15 minutes by walk. At the summer, we just going hiking, and at the winter, we had a ski training camp near my home. Also 20 minutes walking. At the winter, we just skiing, hiking. At the summer, that's very nice. A lot of outdoors activities. Kazakhstan is actually famous for its nature, beautiful places, a lot of outdoor activities.
Is there a place you recommend in Kazakhstan for any first-time travelers?
Well, I probably will advertise for my own city, Almaty, because of the beautiful mountains. We have something like Great Canyon, but near the city, you can see a lot of beautiful sights.
Is it Kazakhstan language?
That's quite a situation here. I don't speak Kazakh language, I speak Russian language because Kazakhstan was a part of Soviet Union. Now it's changing. In Kazakhstan, a lot of people speaking Kazakh language more and more. But in my city, I was actually going for the Russian speaking school and my family, almost all the members, they speak Russian. Except my father, he can speak Kazakh language, but I can't speak it.
Can you introduce yourself in Russian?
Yeah, well, I can say hello in Kazakh language, and then I will introduce myself in Russian. Salamet sizbe. Менің атым Lalita. And then I start speaking Russian. Я из города Алматы. Мне 31 год. Я недавно переехала в Ho Chi Minh, и мне очень нравится жить здесь, во Вьетнаме. So I say that my name is Lalita. I'm 31 years old and I recently moved to Ho Chi Minh and I really love it here in Vietnam.
What initially made you move to Vietnam?
I'm here because of my boyfriend. He's Vietnamese, so I live here with him. We met at the university in China. He was born in Vietnam and all his parents all born in Vietnam, but they are ethnic Chinese. So we met at Beijing.
What did you major in?
My major was architecture and his was advertising, I think.
How long have you been together for?
Maybe 7 years, quite long, yeah.
What's your first impression of Vietnam?
Very different from our country. First impression, probably too many motorbikes. Because few years ago, in our country, there was no motorbikes. People all drive in the cars because destinations are quite long. So it's not really convenient to drive a motorbike, but because all the food delivery stuff are developing, there is a lot of motorbikes now. But back then, no motorbikes at all, and there is too many. And when you're crossing the road, it's crazy. You're just afraid for your life. But now I'm getting used to it. Now I'm crossing the road like a local.
What do you love most about living in Vietnam?
I love the food. It's very fresh. I'm a big fan of fruits and veggies. There is so many fruits and they are fantastically delicious and the prices are very affordable. Here you can feel the life. There is a lot of people on the street. They're eating on the street. In the evening, they're just hanging out on the streets, singing karaoke with their phones. It feels very real life. Because I was studying in Beijing. In the night, after like 9 or 10 p.m., there is no people on the streets. It's like a concrete jungle. And here is not like this at all. And I love it. In my country, there is also something like this. There is not a lot of people at the evening, but here you can feel the life.
Where's your favorite place in Ho Chi Minh City?
There is actually a lot, but more of them in District 1. I love to eat food. I've recently been in one place called Tiger Sushi. It's a quite nice sushi experience. Only 8 people in the place. And there is a chef who is making sushi by hand just for you. There is a session of 2.5 hours. I think really affordable price for this experience, like 1 million. But the experience is amazing. The sushi is fantastic. I will recommend it.
What's your favorite Vietnamese food?
Well, probably pho bo, because it's very fresh. There is some meats like in my country, right? And I don't eat pork, so there is a beef. Yeah, and it feels fresh. You don't feel heavy after you eating that.
It reminds you of home, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
How's living in Vietnam different than living in Kazakhstan?
First of all, our population in Kazakhstan is quite smaller. We only have 17 million people, so it's very empty, especially in our capital actually. And my boyfriend, he actually been in our capital at Kazakhstan, Astana, and he told me like there is no people around. Where are all the people? As I said, climate is quite different. I actually kind of missing those between seasons, like when it's spring or autumn, it's not that hot. Here's I'm feeling hot constantly for 6 months. And it's kind of challenging. And the food is quite different because here's very fresh fruits, veggies, and our food is mainly meat and something like pasta. But it's not like Italian pasta, but some things made with flour and meat, a lot of meat.
What's one thing you miss from your home country of Kazakhstan?
I'm kind of missing some foods because I cannot find a lot of like beef meat. I don't eat pork, and food and some dairy products like cheese. We have a lot of cheeses and some stuff made from milk, and there is no much here. That's what I probably miss the most.
Is there a Kazakhstan community in Vietnam?
Well, I was trying to find some. If you know, there is a messenger called Telegram. There is a lot of groups of people. I found one group which called Kazakhstani in Vietnam, and it's only 170 members. They all living at the seaside cities. Like in Da Nang, Nha Trang. I couldn't find any yet.
Not in Saigon?
Please contact me.
She needs to find her people.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah. Pros and cons of living in Vietnam.
There is a quite affordable living cost. I think it's much cheaper than in any countries, especially I guess US and Europe, right? And you can have nicer service for a lower price. For somebody who doesn't like cold weather, this is perfect. And it's actually humidity very helping your skin. Almost I don't have any skincare products here. Cons, well, there is some places a little bit polluted. For example, riverside streets. You can even smell it's not quite nice smell from the river. I guess the language barrier. It's kind of hard for me because I was studying in China and I was learning Chinese. I speak Chinese and there is tones in Chinese. There is 4 tones. So the same like word, but with the different tones could mean different things. And in Vietnamese, it's 6 tones and I was quite struggling with 4 tones. Yeah, just Vietnamese is hard for me. But actually in the city center, there is a lot of people who speak English. So I think it's okay.
Is it easy to get around Vietnam with just speaking English?
I think at least at Saigon it's actually quite alright. I didn't travel a lot, but in Saigon is alright. I was in Nha Trang, is also alright. I think those cities with more tourists is quite alright.
How's your Vietnamese? Can you speak any?
I only can say hello, thank you, and I know the name of one dish. So xin chào, cảm ơn. And this dish is, do you know chicken salad, papaya chicken salad, gỏi cá. And I know it because I was making the video on YouTube, the text to speech. I was editing it and it was always gỏi cá, gỏi cá, gỏi cá. And I learned it.
That's how you learn. Yeah. Any advice you'd like to share for anybody who'd like to visit Vietnam?
Go for it. There might be some difficulties in beginning if you don't speak Vietnamese, but the Vietnamese people are quite friendly, so I guess you will make some friends. They will help you definitely. You just will explore a lot of quite nice places in Saigon. If you're a coffee lover, this like a heaven for you. Go for it. Go.
If you made it this far, thanks so much for watching. What did you think? If there are any topics you'd like to see a video of, let me know down in the comments. And if you haven't already, please subscribe if you'd like to see more interviews of locals and foreigners in Vietnam. And until then, I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.